Politician Thom Tillis, A Rise to Power by constitutionalwar.org. Let's start off with the man that Speaker Tillis called his mentor, Harold Brubaker. Former speaker turned lobbyist who opposes E-Verify, who voted for Common Core, and was a primary sponsor on House Bill 115 that Tillis got passed and would have set up state exchanges for ObamaCare had the Senate not killed it. FreedomWorks has taken issue with Tillis. Harold Brubaker is also very good friends and close ally of Richard Morgan. And in 2003, for $4,000, you could get a seat at the table with both of them. Brubaker and Morgan teamed up with Paul Schumacher to fight against conservatives, upset over the deal they had cut with Democrat Jim Black. During this time, Thom Tillis landed a spot as a Cornelius commissioner. Then in 2006, decided to primary John Rhodes, who had been exposing the corruption of Richard Morgan and Jim Black. Tillis was quick to criticize John Rhodes for doing so. As we see in this early campaign ad, he also was attacking John Rhodes on the issue of roads. That's right, Thom Tillis, the man who is pushing our state into public-private partnership toll roads, whether it be I-77 or anywhere else, 27 of them are coming, and the reason he got into politics was to get us better roads. Who did he turn to accomplish this? Paul Schumacher, the man thought responsible for the Jim Black, Richard Morgan co-speaker deal, whose group, Citizens for Honesty and Integrity, put out 500 flyers at the Republican convention attacking Rhodes and other conservatives. Is who Team Tillis hired to primary Americans for Prosperity's Legislator of the Year, man who exposed Jim Black and Richard Morgan, conservative John Rhodes, who was Tea Party before there was a Tea Party. Tillis won the race. Democrat Jim Black went to jail, and Richard Morgan was ousted from the Republican Party. Tillis then moved on to become Speaker of the House, where he brought us public-private partnership toll road legislation. Legislation that continued Common Core and legislation that set up state exchanges for ObamaCare, and it passed. Now, 2014, Schumacher and Tillis have teamed up again. These political veterans are much better at disguising their attacks now, and they have the support of Karl Rove, John Boehner, Mitch McConnell, and another one of Schumacher's clients, Richard Burr, the man who said defunding Obamacare is the dumbest idea I have ever heard of. North Carolina doesn't need another Richard Burr. We need a Ted Cruz, a Mike Lee, a Rand Paul, a guy like Dr. Greg Brannon. Greg will stand up just like John Rhodes did, not afraid to call out the corruption of the rhinos in his own party or the Democrats in Washington, D.C. He's been endorsed by Senator Rand Paul, Ann Coulter, Eric Erickson of Red State, FreedomWorks, National Association for Gun Rights, Glenn Beck, and many more. So please join me in supporting Greg in this critical United States Senate race at www.gregbrannon.com. So together we can make D.C. listen.